This one has been brewing a little while. I was just figuring out when I wanted to share it with you. But it comes from an incident that took place on January 15th on a freeway road. Yeah. A man by the name of Cordell Patrick, who happened to be an ESPN analyst, was traveling with his wife in an RV. They had rented an RV. They had came down. They live in Southern Cal, in LA area, and they came down and into a little further south, and they were on their way back. On their way back, Cordell uh, stood up because I believe the RV was one of those big ones that has the restroom in the back of the RV. He stood up to go to the back to the restroom while his wife was driving. As he stood up, uh, he immediately observed that the RV was veering toward the median on the left and that his wife, come to find out, had fallen asleep at that very moment. As Cordell goes to take the wheel, he is then ejected from the window of the car as they hit the median, and he goes, what can only be described as angels guided him in a near straight line along the other side of the median of the freeway, where he was slid some 170 feet and survived. Yeah, this is a true story. And as he survives this, he's slightly on the roll, comes to himself, realizes he needs to get his legs over to the rest of the median, and he realizes he has broken bones, etc. So he scoots as much as he can, and then people come to help both his wife and him. What I'd like to talk about the praise break, I mean, so there's so many questions, right? Questions on the timing of him standing up, questions on the timing of her falling asleep at that time, questions on how does one come out of a window in a way where they are not thrown by the just the laws of gravity suggest he would be thrown way out into the freeway. How does one end up in the position where he is not really in a lot of danger, let alone survives? Well, all I want to bring us to a shout with is his quote from the hospital bed.
Those of you who don't believe in a higher power, like Leo said, I have a testimony. You need to pay attention. All of us need to change our lives in some way or another. I'm getting ready to start mine now. I've prayed, let me see, 27 hours ago, I probably have prayed 127 times, thanking God, because my mission here on earth obviously isn't finished.
It was 27 hours ago, and he said, probably 127 times, I gave God praise for keeping me. My question that brings us to our praise break today is, how many of us don't need an accident to just praise him one time? Oh, how many of us don't need it to be that severe for us to bless his name one time? It doesn't take me to have to be thrown anywhere. As a matter of fact, you and I have spiritually been thrown out of some bad places, but God still kept us spiritually. Some of us may have been thrown out of some things physically, and God still kept us. What are the odds that this could happen and he would survive? I mean, I just believe that there are no coincidences when God commands the incidences. Yeah. When God is in the midst of everything that happens, it's not a coincidence. God is in the plan. And if God had to throw him to this location so that he can get praise out of him, then that's exactly what God did. And now he has talked about how he is altering his life because his life has a purpose. And I just wonder how many of us can give God praise one time. It doesn't take a great calamity for us to bless his name. It doesn't take damage to me to bless his name. I can bless his name because of the small things that many people overlook. The fact that you woke up this morning is enough for you to say, thank you for keeping me. The fact that you were able to walk on your own accord is enough for you to say, thank you for keeping me. The fact that you can blink your eyes on your own and you can communicate on your own is enough for somebody to say, thank you for keeping me. That's our praise break. He's a keeper. And Cordell found out for himself. He's a keeper. How about you?